Polaris, a guiding light on the brink of transformation. As we speak, the night sky is undergoing dramatic changes. Transformations so significant they could reshape its appearance within years, if not decades. Leading astronomers around the world have raised the alarm, with figures like Neil deGrasse Tyson warning that Polaris, our steadfast North Star, may be on the verge of major transformation. This development is deeply concerning. Polaris has served as a fixed point in the sky for centuries, a constant guide for astronomers, sailors, and stargazers alike. Its unique position near the celestial North Pole has made it a vital reference in navigation and astronomical measurements. But this long-standing stability is now under threat, potentially altering not only how we view the night sky, but also how we measure it. To grasp the gravity of the situation, we must first understand the legacy and nature of Polaris. For generations, Polaris has been celebrated as a beacon in the heavens. Its reliability made it an indispensable tool for navigation, particularly before the advent of modern technology. But a groundbreaking study published by the Royal Astronomical Society in September 2023 casts doubt on its future. The research suggests Polaris may be approaching a cataclysmic end, possibly a supernova, that could erase it from our night sky forever. Before diving into the implications, let's explore what makes Polaris so extraordinary. Also known as the North Star, Polaris appears almost motionless in the night sky due to its position nearly aligned with Earth's rotational axis. It's located within the constellation Ursa Minor and shines as a moderately bright yellow-white supergiant, much larger than our Sun. Despite its solitary appearance, Polaris is actually a complex triple star system. The main components, Polaris AA and Polaris AB, form a close binary pair, while a third companion, Polaris B, orbits them from a greater distance. Gravitational interactions between these stars influence their orbital dynamics, brightness, and pulsation behavior. Any disturbance within this intricate system could disrupt these characteristics, resulting in irregular luminosity or erratic pulsation cycles. Polaris is situated approximately 323 light-years away from Earth, meaning the light we currently see was emitted over 3 centuries ago. If Polaris has already undergone a supernova, the explosion wouldn't become visible to us until the light from that event finally reaches our planet, possibly decades from now. The North Star's importance spans both science and culture. For ancient civilizations, it was a symbol of guidance, consistency, and stability. Aligned closely with Earth's rotational axis, it offered reliable directional reference for navigation across land and sea, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere. Yet today, Polaris is showing signs of instability. Astronomers have detected concerning changes in its pulsation cycle. Rather than following predictable rhythm of dimming and brightening, the star has begun to behave erratically, an indication that it may be nearing the end of its life cycle. These irregularities mirror the patterns seen in other dying stars and may be influenced by gravitational interactions within the triple star system. This raises a pressing question. Is Polaris already gone, and we're merely waiting for the evidence to arrive? While the answer remains uncertain, the consequences of losing such a significant celestial reference point will be profound. From astronomical measurements to cultural symbolism, the potential loss of Polaris would mark a dramatic shift in both science and human perspective. The terrifying possibility of a stellar explosion. The consequences of a potential explosion involving Polaris are both fascinating and alarming. Polaris is part of a multiple star system, and the gravitational pull between these stars influences their behavior. Recently, astronomers have observed that Polaris pulsation duration has increased by about 4.5 seconds, a seemingly minor shift, but one with major implications. Some scientists believe these changes may be linked to gravitational interactions affecting the star's atmosphere and pulsation patterns. However, others are convinced that Polaris is nearing the end of its life, possibly heading toward a dramatic supernova. This belief is fueled by the striking similarities between Polaris and another star on the brink, Betelgeuse. Located in the Orion constellation, Betelgeuse has drawn widespread attention due to its erratic brightness. Many experts suspect its explosion is imminent, as such irregular behavior often signals the final stages of a massive star's life. NASA has taken particular interest in Betelgeuse, closely monitoring its fluctuations and openly expressing concern over its possible collapse. Surprisingly, despite Polaris showing some troubling signs, NASA has not shown the same level of concern about it, at least not publicly. Massive stars like Polaris go through distinct stages of evolution. In their early life, they are relatively dim and cool. As they age, they enter the main sequence phase, where nuclear fusion provides stability for billions of years. Once their hydrogen fuel is depleted, they expand into red giants, burning hotter and growing brighter, before meeting their end in a cataclysmic explosion, known as a supernova. If Polaris were to go supernova, the event would be nothing short of spectacular. It could shine brighter than the moon, becoming one of the most luminous objects in the night sky, visible to the naked eye for weeks or even months. Its appearance would transform dramatically, possibly radiating various colors before it dims and fades. This dazzling display would temporarily reshape our view of constellations like Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, where Polaris has long stood as the North Star. Despite this potential visual upheaval, Earth would not be in any immediate danger. Given Polaris' distance and scale, a supernova wouldn't pose a physical threat to our planet. While it may not match the sheer dramatic flare of Betelgeuse's potential explosion, a Polaris supernova would still leave a lasting impact on the sky and human perception of it. If you found this exploration intriguing, consider supporting the channel by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Your engagement inspires us to keep creating meaningful content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Polaris, a symbol on the edge. The possible supernova Polaris, though distant in time, would be a defining astronomical moment, one that reshapes our understanding of stellar life cycles. For generations, Polaris has served as a reliable celestial guide. Its disappearance from the sky would be more than symbolic. It would unsettle those who have long depended on its unwavering position for orientation and navigation. While the timeline remains uncertain, it's clear that Polaris is in the latter stages of its life. As Neil deGrasse Tyson and other experts have pointed out, this is part of the natural order of the universe. Over billions of years, stars evolve, grow unstable, and ultimately end, sometimes in dramatic, fiery finales. Polaris, a luminous supergiant, is now being closely studied by astronomers around the world. Every pulsation, every flicker, is being tracked in hopes of catching the signs of its eventual fate. While it has remained a constant fixture in our sky for millennia, even this North Star is not immune to the ever-changing dynamics of the cosmos. The potential loss of Polaris will mark the end of an era, but it also reminds us the stars above are not eternal. They are living entities, each on a journey that mirrors the vast, unpredictable nature of the universe itself. For centuries, humanity has relied on Polaris as a celestial compass, a constant in an ever-changing sky. Today, scientists continue to study Polaris and stars like it, striving to unravel the processes behind their shifts and behaviors. Whether or not Polaris explodes in the near future, the insights gained from these observations will deepen our understanding of stellar life cycles and the cosmic forces at play. In the meantime, we watch as the night sky gradually transforms before our eyes, a silent testament to the dynamic nature of the universe. Conclusion: why this is only the beginning. As we witness these celestial changes, one thing becomes clear. Our perception of the night sky is evolving. Once seen as unchanging beacons, stars like Polaris are revealing themselves to be far more dynamic than previously believed. This transformation challenges long-held beliefs and reminds us of the universe's unpredictable nature. If Polaris were to vanish, either by fading slowly or through a sudden supernova, the impact on Earth would be more emotional than physical. Its loss would not endanger life, but would signify the fading of a symbol, one that has guided navigators, explorers, and dreamers for generations. Its disappearance would mark the end of an era, underscoring the fleeting nature of even the most seemingly permanent cosmic landmarks. Yet in this impermanence lies inspiration. Human curiosity is boundless. With ever-advancing technology, powerful telescopes, and sophisticated observatories, we now have the tools to monitor stars with unprecedented precision. Scientists are observing troubling shifts in Polaris pulsation cycles, hinting that the star is no longer behaving as it once did. The gravitational influence of its companion stars and other cosmic forces are believed to be contributing to these changes, adding complexity to its already delicate state. Understanding these evolving forces remains one of astronomy's greatest challenges. Despite centuries of study, the mechanisms behind stellar explosions are still not fully understood. Polaris, like all stars, has undergone various life stages, and now it approaches its final act. Massive stars like Polaris burn through their fuel quickly, resulting in shorter lifespans. Should it end in a supernova, the brilliance would outshine nearly every star in the sky, possibly becoming one of the brightest objects visible to the naked eye. Such an explosion would be a rare, breathtaking event, visible for weeks or even months. Though it poses no threat to Earth due to Polaris' great distance, the phenomenon would offer scientists a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to study a star's death in real time. Its intensity, color, and gradual fading would all provide invaluable clues to the complex inner workings of stellar evolution. This is why studying stars like Polaris and others such as Betelgeuse is so vital. Even as these stars reach the end of their lifespans, they leave behind a legacy of knowledge, helping future generations understand how the cosmos evolves. As Polaris slowly nears its final fate, it reminds us that nothing in the universe is truly constant. The disappearance of the North Star will be a powerful symbol of change, but also of progress, of how far we've come in exploring the universe and how much more remains to be discovered. One day, a new star will take its place in the night sky, and as we gaze upward, we'll continue our pursuit to uncover the mysteries that lie beyond, inspired by the stars that once were and the infinite possibilities that await.